Follow us as we travel to America's 50th state and visit some of the most beautiful islands in the world, the island of Hawaii. Hi everyone. Today I am taking you on a special trip as we visit Pearl Harbor in Honolulu, Hawaii. And while I will admit that this is not the most fun place in Hawaii to visit, it's a place filled with history and emotion. Pearl Harbor is the most visited landmark in Hawaii, with over 2 million visitors a year. Pearl Harbor is best known for the surprise attack by the Japanese on December 7, 1941, which led the United States into entering World War II. Today, it's a National Historic Landmark that honors those who served and sacrificed. The day we visited Pearl Harbor was a picture-perfect day. The sky was blue, the sun was shining, and it was just a wonderful place to be. The grounds at Pearl Harbor were very nice, and as you walked along the paths, there were these monuments that depicted what happened at Pearl Harbor on that fateful day on December 7th, 1941. It was very somber walking through and reading all about the history of this place and seeing the names of the people that had died and all the ships that had sank. And that ship that was just pictured in the distance is the USS Bowfin. The Bowfin is actually a submarine, and it was known as the Pearl Harbor Avenger. And this is the anchor from the USS Arizona, probably the most famous ship that sunk during this attack. We continued to make our way along the path, reading about the history and the events of this fateful day. But eventually, it was time for our trip to see the USS Arizona, and so we started making our way to that area. To get to the USS Arizona, you have to go by a small boat. It's just a short boat ride, and it's provided by the National Park Service, but you have to remember to get your tickets in advance. This is a very popular site, so you definitely have to reserve a time slot. The USS Memorial is a floating memorial that is built over the sunken battleship USS Arizona. The USS Arizona is where 1,100 sailors and Marines lost their lives. It is a somber and powerful experience, and it was just kind of eerie seeing the ship parts that were just a few feet below the water. But one of the most sombering experiences was seeing this wall of names of all the people who lost their lives in that attack. But it was very powerful seeing the American flag flying above this beautiful memorial. But eventually, our allotted time at the memorial was over, and so we headed back to the dock area to catch the small boat back to the mainland. You definitely leave here with a deeper sense of the history of our country. But that night we got on our best Hawaiian attire and we headed out to Paradise Cove for an amazing Hawaiian Luau. Again, that night the weather was amazing. The sky was blue, the temperature had cooled just a little bit, there was a nice breeze, and this luau was right on the edge of the Pacific Ocean. There was a lot of stuff to do before the actual meal and show. Here Erica is making a flowery headband. And then later we got to practice our skills of throwing spears.
Yeah, okay. Oh, never mind. That works. All right. Perfect. Okay, guys, again, if you're playing the role of paparazzi, please do not pass the cones. All right, spears up. If you're right-handed, step with your left foot. If you're left-handed, step with your right foot. Ready? Set. Go. Go ahead and grab your... Ready. Set. Go.
But neither of us were very good. Then they had a clothing demonstration.
Up and over her shoulder, where there she ties a nice and secure knot. Now, after making this tight and secure knot, she's going to gather the remainder of the material, makes a few more adjustments, then make another tight and secure knot on her hip. Now, ladies, do make sure that bow knots end up on the same side, or something just might pop out. And there you have it, the shoulder and hips. I will give her another round of applause.
In the back. All right, gentlemen. Now, after he's done that, he'll begin to gather, hit the remainder of his fabric to the front, then start twisting and twisting and twisting, and woo! Gentlemen, be careful to get a little dangerous. And there you have it.
Style of cooking. Our hardworking villagers will be coming out for a better snapshot of the hula hoop ball. In the meantime, I'd like to invite our ladies back out to do a hula using the coconut shell as implement. Mahalo by the Mossman for this fun-filled melee. Niu hao hao.
But then as the sun began to set, it was time for our meal, and they had a feast. It was a great evening and a great show and a wonderful way to end our day. If you're enjoying these videos, please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. It definitely helps us out. And stay tuned because the next video we'll be flying to the Big Island of Hawaii and visiting Volcano National Park.